Hey guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Just wanted to talk a little bit about EtherChain, where I'm at so far with my journey. Take a quick look at the contract over on EtherScan, and then talk a little bit about goals and what we're going to be doing on the next cycle, because that's really my focus is to get to the next cycle as quick as I can. Because if I can get to the next cycle, I can put in 30 ETH. Because if you understand how this contract works, your first cycle, you can only put in 0.1 ETH up to 10 ETH. And that's what I did. I put in 10 ETH. On your second cycle, you can put in the same amount that you put in before. In my case, 10 ETH up to 30 ETH. So I'll break down those cycles. But if I can get to 30, if I can put I could put 30 ETH in here. My goal would be to turn that into, what is that, 310%, which would be 93 ETH, 93 ETH. Let's say ETH is at $230. Of course, ETH is not going to be $230, every day. It's going to fluctuate up and down. But we just take today's value, that would be $21,000 from the 30 ETH. So that's ultimately my focus and my game plan. So yeah, we're super early still with this contract, I believe, because right now they have it scheduled to be verified on the 9th. And as Andreas has mentioned before, anything before the 9th, we're in quote unquote pre-launch, even though it's not official. It's not an official pre-launch, but we're calling it a pre-launch because once it's verified, I think that's when there's going to be a ton of people that jump into this contract. Not that there's not a lot of people jumping into the contract now, because right now contract's only been live for 15 or 16 days. Out of the last 3 weeks, it's only been live for 15 or 16 days because there's been some downtime, and yet there's been 8,000 members and over, let's take a quick look at this while we're here, over 6,092 Ethereum, which in today's value of $231, that's what ETH is worth right now. That's $1.4 million. So the big wave, in my opinion, hasn't even happened yet. So yeah, just to look at my account real quick, I'm going to withdraw this 1.3619 ETH right here. It's $1.59, which is a little bit high, nowhere near where it was before. It was like, for me to withdraw that, the gas was insane. It was like $50, $60, $70. So this is still, even though it's a little bit high, I'll pay it, no big deal. This 1.36 ETH is, I don't mind paying this. I'll actually probably speed it up. $1.65, no, not that big of a deal. So I'll go ahead and confirm that. But just for the sake of transparency, this is where my account is at. I have 27 people I've personally invited. Just because I've invited 27 personal people doesn't mean that every single one of those people has, made a deposit. Again, we're going to find that out once the genealogy is available to us, because that's how fast that was. But we're not able to look at the genealogy just yet. But once we do that, I'll be able to find out where people are at and what's going on. But total 411 people. Let me just, so I'm pretty much ROI'd. As you can see here, just with that withdrawal, I'm up to 9.088 ETH I've withdrawn from this account. This is the account that I withdrew 10, not withdrew, I deposited 10 ETH in. Actually, I can show you this right here. Also, again, to be totally transparent, I have another account right here. I have 2.4748 ETH. I haven't even withdrawn yet from this one here. I've already withdrawn 1.215 ETH from this. So I'm going to put another deposit in here just so I can withdraw this 2.47 ETH. But yeah, let me break down how this contract works, guys, okay? Because this is an awesome thing if you really wrap your mind around it and understand how this thing works. Because it's a crypto multiplier. Because whether you build a team or not, you make a deposit into this contract, you'll earn 1% a day until you get 310%. Okay, 310%. Now, of course, if you build a team, you can take advantage of the comp plan here, the affiliate comp plan, which I'll touch upon here in a second, and you can hit that 310% a lot quicker. Okay, now, whether you do it passively or actively, right, by building a team, once you hit that 310%, you can go back in for a second cycle. This is not one of those contracts where you can put something in and then, just throw in another deposit. You have to let that first cycle run its full course of 310%. So once you do that, you can go in for a second cycle. Quick little tip, if you, again, not telling you what to do, you do what you want to do your own research, put together your own strategy. My strategy when it comes to these platforms, especially a contract like this, is I go as heavy as I can on day one. So when this thing launched, I put 10 ETH into my account. I did a video on that. You can check it out. It's on my channel. And I put in the 10 Ethereum. That way you go in right away, and you can potentially try to max out and hit 310% right away and go in for a second cycle. Okay, so yeah, that's what's going on with this contract here. In any case, let's run through some key points. That way you understand how this thing works. Again, this is a powerful platform in my opinion. Of course, that's just my opinion. You don't have to have the same opinion. That's okay. Even though it's a smart contract, definitely want to encourage you to DYOR and only put in what you can afford to lose. Oh, I forgot. If you haven't followed me yet on Telegram, I will leave a link for that as well. Go follow me over there for updates, news, information, what I'm up to, etc., etc. And also follow me on CocoScope and Library. Those are where I'm going to be posting new content. And I actually enjoy learning about these new platforms. There's a lot of cool things you can do on those platforms that you're not able to do on platforms like YouTube. So anyway, I'll do a video about that some other time. Today, we'll talk a little bit about EtherChain. So financial system created with blockchain and smart contract technology, the most transparent financial fund system in the world, the introduction of EtherChain. It's a smart contract. A smart contract is an intelligent protocol deployed on the Ethereum platform. It's non-corruptible, tamper-proof, fair, just, open, and transparent. The EtherChain smart contract is designed to provide everyone with an independent financial foundation based on blockchain and smart contract technology. And then here's what probably want to make a note of. By depositing ETH into the fund, you activate the program and you will receive 310% back. By the way, in order for you to do that, you need to download the MetaMask wallet. It's an Ethereum wallet that interacts with ERC-20 tokens. I'll leave a link for that as well. You can download the MetaMask wallet. See this little wolf icon right here? That's my wallet. Yeah, there's the withdrawal right there. Boom. So this little wolf right here, you can download this wallet. It'll download on Google Chrome and also on the Brave browser. And once you have downloaded, again, to set it up just like any other wallet, write down your private key and your 12-word phrase. That way you have it safe just in case you need to, something happens and your computer crashes. I don't know, whatever the case might be, you'll have that to get back into your account. Then you load it up with Ethereum. And then once you load it up with Ethereum, you can easily interact with the contract. I'll show you how to get started here in a second. EtherChain is a 100% decentralized and community-based fund. There are no additional profits made in the system. It's a P2P support model, peer-to-peer, right, which ensures fairness, transparency, and justice for all. There are no mediators, no intermediaries, no owners, no company or human interaction. Again, there's a designer of the contract, right, and there's obviously a team behind it that'll help with support, that sort of thing. But the actual contract itself has no mediators or no owners or anything like that. If the designer of the contract decided to leave, the contract is still there for us to participate with, okay? So how does it work real quick? Enter EtherChain by depositing a minimum of 0.1 ETH. You're now eligible to receive 310% of your deposit. I like to use the word deposit back. So for example, if you put in 1 ETH, you'll be able to withdraw until you hit 3.1 ETH. Okay, now again, you can do that purely passively, or you can use the affiliate comp plan to hit your 310% faster. So here's how you can make money with this contract. Number one is purely passive, 1% a day on your deposit. So if you don't introduce this to anybody, you don't share this concept with anybody, 1% a day for 310 days is how you're going to hit your 310% ROI. Now, I heard someone say, well, does that mean it takes me 310% to break even? Of course not. If you do it purely passive, it'll take you 100 days to break even, because 1% times 100 days is 100%. That means you've made your money back. The next 210% is profit, right? So for example, I just showed you here a little bit earlier, I've already ROI'd with this contract. In other words, I've withdrawn out what I've put in. So until I hit my 310%, it's just profit at this point, right? And then of course, when I hit my 310%, I'm going to go in with a second cycle. I'm going to put in 30 ETH, and then boom, I'm going to run that second cycle again. Now the comp plan works as such: you get a 10% direct referral from anyone you share this with, and they get started. There's also a matching commission on partners' daily ROI. I'll show you here how this works. This chart. This is the secret sauce right here, guys. This is where I'm making the bulk of my commissions, and anyone that's building a team that will tell you the same. This right here, this matching commission is where all the magic is, okay? There's also a daily top referrer pool for people who are strong in referring others. There's a pool that they can tap into. It resets every single day. So theoretically, there's new people that can hit that pool every single day, okay? Now, if you're a good marketer, if you're someone that can bring in a lot of people, then you can actually hit that pool, be number one, because there's 4 people that qualify for that every single day. You could be number 1 or be in the top 4 every single day, and that's just another bonus you can make from this thing, which is powerful if you do that, right? I've never been able to do that. I'm not really that big of a recruiter, but for people that can, that's huge. So again, the daily ROI, I already talked about this. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but again, you make 1% of your deposit every day. There's the direct commission. So this is the 10% commission you make on anyone you personally refer. So for example, if you refer someone who comes in and deposits 1 ETH, you make 0.1 ETH, that's 10%. You refer someone who comes in with 3 ETH, you make 0.3 ETH, which is your 10% direct commission. So again, there's unlimited amount of people that you can bring into this thing. You can refer as many as you want, and whatever they put in as a deposit, you're making a 10% commission. Again, here's the secret sauce, okay? This is where you make, if you're a builder, this is where you're going to make a ton of profit here. This is a matching bonus you're going to make. Now, depending on how many people you've personally referred, that's going to be how many generations you're going to be able to make a match on. So for example, if you've only personally sponsored 1 person, then you're going to make a match on your first level only, 30% match on their 1%. If you have 2 people you personally brought in, you'll have a matching on your second level. This is in addition to the match on your first level, by the way, but now you're going to get a 10% match on everyone on your second level. When they're 1% a day, you're making a 10% match. 3 directs or 3 personal people you brought in, guess what? It opens up your third level. Everyone on your third level, you're getting a 10% match on their 1%. Now, again, this is on top of your 10% on everyone on your second level and 30% on everyone on your first level. You can see, right, if you just, play around with these numbers, this can get pretty insane pretty fast, okay? And there's some big builders in this contract that have hit their 310%. They did it in their first, week, because they had a huge team and they were able to leverage this matching bonus, okay? So for example, I have 411 people on my team. Again, I don't know who's made a deposit or not. I'll know when we are able to see the genealogy, which is something that we're going to be able to do down the road. But theoretically, on those 411 people, they're getting 1% on their deposit. Again, I don't know who deposited what, but I'm getting a match anywhere from 5, 8, 10, up to 30% match on their 1% they're getting every single day. Now, this is in addition to my 1% a day that I'm making on my 10 ETH that I put in, right? You see how you can make crazy income from this. Like, we're averaging, I don't know, anywhere from 1.5 ETH to 2 ETH a day passively with this, which is not like retirement income. But I mean, 2 ETH a day is like $500 what's 1 ETH is 230. So was that $460 a day? from this contract here that's only been live for 15 days. Here's the daily top sponsor pool, right? Again, if you're a strong refer, you can tap into this. Now let's talk a little bit about these cycles that I mentioned before. On your first cycle, you can put a minimum of 0.1 ETH all the way up to 10 ETH, which is what I did. Once you complete your 310%, you can come back in for a second cycle, which is equal to your previous cycle deposit, or up to 30 ETH, which is what I plan to do, is put in 30 ETH. Once you hit 310% on your second cycle, you can come back in for a third cycle. Your deposit can be equal to your previous cycle all the way up to 90 ETH. And on your fourth cycle, you can come in, once you've hit 310% on your third cycle, you can come back in for a fourth cycle. And guess what? You can put in an equal deposit of your previous cycle all the way up to 200 ETH, guys. Okay, 200 ETH. Imagine putting in 200 ETH down the road. And again, I'm not good at math here, but 200 ETH times 310%, that's 620 ETH that you can make. That's a lot of ETH, okay? Times, I mean, who knows what the value of ETH is going to be at that point, but just for shits and giggles, if it was 230, which is what it's worth today, that's $142,000 you can make from this contract. And that's on your fourth cycle, not counting what you made on your first, second, and third cycle. Do you see why people are excited about this? Like, I don't think a lot of people really understand how much money you can make from this contract. But the people that do understand, I mean, they're gonna, they're gonna crush it here. They're gonna kill it. So, where was I? All right. Anyway, let me move forward. So here's the algorithm, the distribution of the fund. As funds go into the contract, 1% is the platform fee, right? Which is what you want, right? Some people are like, oh, well, why does the platform have to make a fee? I want the platform to make money. I want the platform to be profitable. 1% is not that big of a deal. If the platform is profitable, it'll keep running, right? That's not a big deal for me. The 5% of the funds are going to go into the daily pool, 10% is going to go into the direct referral commissions, and then 84% of the funds that are going into the contract is reserved for distribution of the daily ROI and the other referral commission. So as we wrap up, here's some important notes. EtherChain is a community-based project, 100% decentralized P2P transactions through the smart contract. Each deposit runs for a cycle of 310%. When 310% is received, a new deposit must be made to continue earning. Minimum entry on your first cycle is 0.1 ETH. Again, no referrals required. You can earn 1% a day, totally passive. And again, you can hit your 310% faster if you grow the community, build a team, share this concept, etc., etc. So again, in closing, it's decentralized finance, transparent, fair, and completely automatic. So how do you get started? Again, download this wallet. I'll leave a link underneath. Load it up with some Ethereum and have it open, be logged into it when you interact with the contract, right? You can click the link underneath this video. And then once you go here, you can choose which amount you want to come in with, whether it's 0.1 ETH, 0.5, 10 ETH, whatever. Let's say you're coming in with 0.1 ETH. See how when you click that, now here it's 0.1 ETH. If you made a mistake and you want to come in with 0.5 ETH, click reset. Now you come in with 0.5 ETH and then you click on join. Once you click on join, you do like I did when I withdrew, except you're doing it the opposite. You're depositing. If you want to speed up the transaction, you can, just the same way I did when I sped up the transaction to withdraw. And once you make your deposit, you're good to go. 24 hours later, you will start earning your 1% passive income. So that being said, guys, super duper excited. Again, I wasn't really planning on going into too much depth with this video on EtherChain, but I ended up going into it. I get excited about it. I think it's going to help a lot of people. And yeah, this is going to be a strong crypto multiplier in our portfolio. If you want to get started, great. You can, again, only put in what you can afford to lose. If not, no worries. Watch my other videos. Check out some of the other stuff that I'm into. I'm going to start talking about altcoins and other things that I'm doing. I haven't really spent a lot of time. I haven't spent any time actually talking about altcoins, with the exception of one. But I'm going to start talking about some other coins that I'm into, some of the bags that I'm holding, my plan to, you know, my plan with some of those bags. But again, that's for another video. EtherChain kicking butt. Yeah, check it out. I will catch you on the next video, guys. Follow me on Telegram. Also sub to this channel, and I will talk to you soon. Be safe. Peace.